Well, we knew it was going to be a really good game. Sacred Heart had won 4 games in a row, so coming in, having done that, that's a very confident team. You also have one of the best point guards probably in the nation, in Cameron Parker. Leads the nation in assists. He can score the basketball. So you have all around terrific guard along with EJ in the post, which is another player who can really score the ball down there and commands double teams. So they have a good team. I think they're going to have a very good year, and I'm just happy we're able to get the win.
The focus of the week was defense. How did you feel like what you guys did in practice this week panned out on the court today?
Well, I thought we were definitely better defensively. I thought in the second half we still weren't as good as I would like to see us be, but that's part of the process. And so we have to keep working on making it a 40-minute game and not making it a 25 or 30-minute game. And that's going to come as these guys get more comfortable out there and get more comfortable in their roles. So, but I was happy with our defense performance. I thought we did a really good job at the 3-point line, and that's what we were trying to concentrate on.
There was a big stretch with Frank when he scored 7 straight points, but in that stretch there was the flagrant foul. What did you see on that play?
On that play, I think we did. First of all, it was a really good defensive effort that led to us having numbers in transition. We threw ahead to Frank. Frank had a breakaway, and then the young big man Spellman just kind of ran down. And I don't think he meant to do what he did, but I think the way Frank gathered himself kind of was a little unorthodox. And of course, Spellman ran into him, and lo and behold, you put your arms around a guy that's laying the ball up. It's an automatic flagrant. So. I'm just glad Frank wasn't hurt, and I think everything was called the right way.
Where's Dazon Ingram? He's kind of going through a little slump last couple of games, or just hasn't been.
I think he's still trying to find his way. You have to remember last year and the year before that, his roles were totally different than his role is for us now. He's our lead guard. He's on the ball all the time, and there's much more being demanded from you when you have that type of role. He's our point guard, so responsibility grows, and I think he's adjusting to that, and it's just part of his process. That's what I mean about our guys. None of these guys are finished products on our team through 10 games right now. They still have a lot to learn, and we just want to keep getting better as we approach league play, and I think we're doing that.
You guys had a really good end of the first half with Dre's play on both ends of the court, but it didn't come out in the second half, I think, the way you wanted. What did you say in that timeout? In that early second half? Well,
we called timeout. Disappointed about our start, of course. I think we turned it probably three times in a row starting the second half, and we can't do that. We were able to survive this game, but as you know, as we continue to play, some teams that's not going to work out for us. So we got to be better. So I talked to him about that, taking care of the basketball, executing what we want to run a little better than we were doing, and we were getting good shots on goal the first half. We just didn't make them all. Start the second half, we weren't even getting shot attempts up, so we can't have that. So that's kind of how the conversation went.
How do you want to finish, I guess, this last week of non-conference play with 2 more games? Semester's over, so guys can focus on basketball. I know they'll have maybe a little bit of a break for Christmas, but what are you hoping to see out of the guys over the next week or so?
Continued growth in our team, individually and collectively. I want to see our guys, working on getting better defensively, because I think we have some room there for improvement. And the same thing offensively. I think we can run offense a little sharper, a little better, and those are things that we have to really concentrate on, before the break.
How have you seen Collins' defense, interior defense, really improve? Because he was very active in the first half, drawing fouls underneath the basket, getting offensive rebounds, and he's doing that with the mask on, with his left shoulder in a wrap, all that stuff. He's really fighting down there defensively.
Collins been terrific. I knew he was good. I didn't know he was as good as he's showing right now this early. I knew he has a lot of talent, but to see what he's doing, night in, night out on both sides of the ball, says a lot about who he is as a player. Not only, he can score. We knew he could score, but it's this impact defensively, as you just mentioned. I don't think anyone anticipated it being as big an impact as it has been. And that's exciting because I still see room for growth in him as well. So I'm just happy for him because he's worked really hard. And so when you work really hard, these type things sometimes happen for you. So I'm happy for him.
With Colin taking a charge, in 10 consecutive games, do you keep stats on that? Is that a record since you've been here? Or what, do you know about that?
You know what? I'm not sure. We need to look into it. If it's not a record, I know it's going to be really close to one. I didn't know it was 10 straight games, but I knew he's taking a lot. Sure, a lot of games he's taking more than one. And those are huge plays for us. Like I said, those are no different than Taco blocking a shot because, that's a big play. We get possession of the ball, and they pick up a foul on one of their players. So it's a win-win for us when we can take him correctly, and he does a great job of that.
Yeah, because today he had 2 charges today. Is there a mindset that goes into that? Because you got to be willing to take physical contact, and I know every player's not willing to do that. Is there a mindset?
Well, definitely. I think there's a toughness that goes along with that. He doesn't mind stepping up and taking that contact, because you have to embrace contact to take a charge, and he's willing to do that. He knows the importance to his team, how big a play that is for us. Emotionally, just see the energy that everybody has when that happens, the enthusiasm that everyone gets. So he realized the impact that it has on the game, and he's willing to step up and do it for his team.
How does Colin just kind of embrace the overall role that he has? Obviously, with all the top guys graduating from last season, a lot of focus was going to be on him, not just on the court, but in the locker room and stuff. Are you seeing him kind of step into that leadership position?
I really do. Like any young player, there's room for growth, but he's done a terrific job. I think he was always looking for this opportunity. He knew he was on a special team last year, and he wasn't going to be the first option, so he had to take a different role. But this is the role he's always kind of wanted to be in. And it shows, because he's not stepped back when he hadn't shrunk on in those moments, not one time, because this is what he wanted to be in. And we always told him that his opportunity would come, his time would come, and it's here now. And I like to see a player who's prepared for it, and he's showing he's prepared for it.
Coach, 10 games into the season with so many new faces, do you like where you are today?
I still see a lot of room for growth in our team. Our depth, like I said, is our strength, and I'm never satisfied, so it's hard for me to say I like where I am. I can definitely tell you I don't like where I am right now, but I do really appreciate how hard our guys are fighting and giving us the opportunity to win every night. I just want to clean up some of the things with regards to our attention to detail on both sides of the ball, but I do like our effort. I like our energy, and if you have those 2 things, you're going to be competitive most nights.
You talked about Colin a minute ago. Are there any players that are maybe ahead of where you thought they would be at this point?
Players ahead of where I thought they would be. Darren Green, of course, as a freshman. I didn't know he would be so far along. I thought Dre as well, Dre Fuller, because he's a freshman, so I didn't know if he would be as far along. Both of those guys have surpassed what I thought they may be this early in their freshman years. But I'm excited, because that just shows how much potential that they have going forward.
They came out tonight on defense in kind of that 4-1, 2-2-1 zone. So you really had to work inside out. Was that the game plan for offense, to feed the ball into Colin, have him kick it out to open 3-point shooters?
Well, we wanted to move the basketball around. We wanted to really just be patient with our offense. It's the first time we've played this many possessions against zone all year, so that can be a dangerous situation when you hadn't faced it as much. So really wanted to just be patient, move it around. Wanted to try to get paint touches, try to get the ball into the paint inside to Colin or inside to Dre, and then play from there. And I thought our guys did a pretty good job of it, most of the night. We had some good looks that just didn't go, and also you give them credit. They're used to playing that defense, so they're used to the rotations. They know what they're doing on every possession, and so it really tested our guys and to be really sharp against it, which I think was good for us.
Anything else? Thank
Appreciate
you.
it. Thank you, Coach.
Guys,
Thanks.
all right.